Hi! You will not guess what. If you see the video title, you already know that your girl did a thing, and I am currently studying to be a therapist. I am studying to be a therapist. Me, Camilla, I'm studying to be a therapist, officially recognized. Yeah, like... Okay, so I had to move because, yeah, it was just, I needed to change the angles. But like I said, your girl is studying to be a therapist and I am so excited. This video is basically going to be a 1 month review of what has been happening so far. I had originally planned to like sit and do like this is me prepping for the course, guys, this is my first week of uni, these are my thoughts post. But when I tell you, that first week, I literally had nothing but the energy to come into lessons or lectures, sorry, attend the sessions, go home, and I slept like a log. I don't know if logs sleep, but I slept like a log. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pause everything and just do a 1 month review. Here I am doing my 1 month review. This video is going to be a little less course focused and more so how I am finding it and what's been going on with me. So if that's what you're all waiting for, that video is going to come in like a month or two once the intensive block is done and I can kind of assess like what examinations are like, what lectures are like, what module 1 is compared to module 2, what assessments are versus like doing treatment, all of that stuff. So don't worry, but this video is just an intro, it's just a little taster. I even have my official iPad here so I can go through my points because I made a script this time, guys. Well, it's taking the YouTube seriously. But yeah, so let's go. In case you're wondering why I am sat so far away, I am literally sat in the seats that I sat on my first day. This is the same lecture room, this is the same seat, this is the same moment. Let me not lie to you guys, I was shaking. I was shaking, but I wasn't shaking. What I mean by that is, I think any new situation, any new environment is gonna feel scary, or there's gonna be a level of like the unknown. But in the same breath, like y'all already know, as the t-shirt says, I'm saved, okay? Loved by Jesus and empowered by the Holy Spirit. And something I've actually been working on and working alongside God with is about just being bold and courageous. And I definitely, like, I'd done my prayers, I'd done my worship, I'd reminded myself who I am, I'd reminded myself of the fact that if he's brought me into this place, it's for a reason. And he qualifies the called. And he called me here, I'm unqualified, I'm training, I will be qualified by the end of it. Do you understand? So I wasn't scared in terms of like doubting my place here. It was just like, this is the unknown, this is new, this is the first new thing I've done in a minute. Like there's a lot of new happening. So yeah, that was interesting. I came, luckily I met a girl who we have a mutual friend, Vanessa. You will have seen her on the channel. Go check out my Kel on Stage vlog. But yeah, my friend Vanessa has a friend who's also doing the course, and I met her and she like had her group and I kind of just tagged along. I'm grateful to God for giving me a person and eventually a group. First day was actually way better than I had anticipated, and I walked away with so much peace. Like I walked away with so much peace and just excitement to start the course, to actually start what it is that I said 10 years ago. Firstly, having a dream for 10 years is crazy. I'm 28 now, a 28-year-old babe. But yeah, like something that I said like when I was in my psychology classes and like even before I did psychology, like picking A-levels, like, oh, I want to be a clinical psychologist, I want to be a therapist. And I've had so many things in my employment journey and my academic journey that have caused me detours. And it's kind of like I'd stopped dreaming about it. And shout out to God, I have one friend specifically, like all my friends are amazing, one friend specifically called Gwen, who is like, she's always consistent about asking, so what are you doing about this therapist stream that you said? What are you doing about this clinical psychology thing? When are you applying? When are you doing this? And so like her question at the same time as God's prompting, all of them met at the perfect time, and which led me to this course. So shout out to her. She did her big one. But yeah, no, I just wanted to show you the seat that I sat in on my day 1. That's why I'm so far. I am now coming closer. So now I'm just gonna review in general how things have been. Best part so far, I think there's been like 3 main things that I thought of. The first thing has been the people. Like I said before, starting anywhere new, starting anything new, like people are a big part of our lives. And I think I was just worried, like God has always been kind to me. I wasn't worried, I take that back. It was an area that I was like, okay God, so you have always been good to me when it comes to the people that I meet in environments. I have always had amazing friends, like whether we're friends now or we're not friends, friendship has never been a big issue for me. He's always covered me. Shout out to my mother's prayers and my father's prayers. He's always covered me. All my workplaces that I've had since I left uni have been amazing, like from working like hand in hand with my mentor to going to the council and meeting an amazing group of girls and guys and just like getting on with them. Like friends has always been a thing. And I think something the Holy Spirit was kind of reminding me before I started the course is it may not look the same as it has in other seasons, but I've still got you. And I was able to stand on the fact that God, you've actually never failed in this area, so why would you start now? You wouldn't. So yeah, the people here have been a way that he has really shown up and shown out, because there's like such an array of like life stories in the room, from ages to ethnicities to cultures to, I don't know, everything that can be diverse is diverse. But the fact that I don't think there's any black men on this course. Where are you? Where are the black men in therapy? Come on, rise. But yeah, just getting to work with such amazing people and seeing how everyone's been really open and really friendly, and just we've all really embraced each other. There's none of that clickiness. It's made this a lot easier and a much better experience. So really, really grateful. And to be in lectures where people actually talk and speak out, and it's like, oh my gosh, this did not happen in my undergrad, not like this. Anyway, so yeah, that's been great. Another amazing part has just been seeing how much I've grown personally, and not necessarily just in the course, but because this is a new place, it's a new slate, I'm back in education. There's also a work placement that's attached with the course. And it's like the opportunity to see how I act in these spaces that I have been in before. Yes, it's a different variation, but to see how different I am when I turn up into those spaces. So like I mentioned, like coming into uni, remembering the first like degree that I did like in Exeter, and how like shy I was and how worried I was and just how anxious I was, and seeing the confidence I walked into the room with here was like chef's kiss. Seeing what work has been like, and just the assuredness, not in like a prideful way of like, oh, I know this, I don't need to practice because I'm here to train, I don't know this, but just in a, I'm not questioning whether I should be here. When people have complimented things, just owning compliments, like yeah, seeing what my self-talk has been like has been a major thing. And I don't know if you've seen the Ilona, I don't remember her surname, but she's a rugby player, and there's an interviewer who asks her like whether she experiences imposter syndrome, and she's like, or how she deals with imposter syndrome, and she's like, I don't experience it, like I've trained for this, I've prepared for this, and this is what I feel like in this course, like I have been building towards this and I'm gonna own it. And even just seeing that is like, oh, growth, do you know what I mean? So that's been a really good part as well. And I guess the last best thing so far has been realizing that I'm going to be able to do the dream that I've had for 10 years. I know I said it earlier, but yeah, it's just I keep having moments where it like takes my breath away. Like I had my first assessment call with a client yesterday, and after the call I was just like, oh my gosh, like that's it. And it's so funny that I felt prompted to take a picture before I had the assessment call, and I was like, oh my god, this is the last picture this is the last picture or the last time I'm going to be captured as someone who hasn't started doing assessments and working as a therapist. And it's like, that version of me is gone now. I love it. So part 2 is like, what has been the hardest parts so far? Yeah, hardest part of the course so far, I would say, I'm gonna say 2 things. Number 1 has been, we are in the midst of what they call an intensive block. So the first 2 months we have work Monday, we have work Monday and Friday, and then uni in the middle of the week. But uni is like a full-on day. We get 1 hour lunch, and then everything is just lecture, lecture, lecture. Work has also been like you're learning. It's like starting a new job, like any new job. While they do all their like induction stuff, all the rest of it, that in itself can be intense. But also with uni, like within a month, I had done my first examination. Within 6 weeks, which is about to be next week, I've got to hand in my first like written assignment. At the same time, I've now started seeing clients. The first week I see 3 clients, and then it intensifies to 5 clients. Meanwhile, uni is still happening on those 3 days, so it's the clients on the side, and then there's the writing up the notes, and it is literally an intensive block. it will mellow out. But in that interview, if you told them, yeah, I'm good at time management, I'm good at juggling, I know how to prioritize, this is when you show yourself. This is when you show yourself. Yeah, it's definitely, that would be one of the hardest things, I would say. And then I would say the second thing is around not comparing myself to people. So like I had mentioned, there's no imposter syndrome. We are moving with the authority and just the grace that we've been called to this place, that I feel. But I think sometimes in lectures I can get in my head when I hear other people answering questions, or if I see everybody typing notes, and I'm like, me, I'm not seeing anything to type that's different from, I'm not seeing anything to type that's different from the lecture slides. Why are we all typing? And then I just had to remind myself something I learned in my GCSEs and carried all the way till the end of school. Like, you're not the same as other people, and not because, oh, I'm not the same or I'm different, but it's like everybody is different. Some people need to write notes in the midst of the moment. I have to go home, write out my notes and process differently, and that's okay. So having to catch myself in moments of comparison, and like when my mind starts to create false narratives around other people, because I actually don't know other people's stories, has been really interesting. But those would be the two hardest parts. So okay, next question. What would I do differently if I could start again? The top thing, I would read the handbook. Everything is in the handbook. Like, obviously the handbook doesn't disappear, I'm still reading it, but I think I would have felt more at peace and just more prepared. In the words of Action Jackson, proper preparation prevents poor performance. Yeah, if I had read the handbook before the course started, I think I would have just understood a lot more of the acronyms and stuff that they mentioned while they were going through things. But I'm catching up now, is what it is, but that's something I would change. I also would have bought a new uni bag. Yeah, I'm still using my work bag from the last workplace, and now it's started to tear, and I don't really have the time to like go roam the streets or roam the shops, sorry, to find a bag. So I think I would have bought myself a new uni bag before everything started. That was part of like mentally my prep, but I just didn't do it. So yeah. And thirdly, I would have started my notes all in one place. So when I come to uni, I use the iPad, love her, she's that girl. But when I'm at work, I use my work laptop, and I'm seeing people use their work laptops for just everything. And I think that's kind of smart. But now, because I've started this way, I'm like, I don't really want to, I've got into my flow. It is what it is. But I think that's something I would try. And lastly, what am I looking forward to the most? Let me check this still recording. Yeah, what am I looking forward to the most? Being able to officially just work and do what it is that I've been saying I want to do for years. I know I've said it once and I'm going to keep saying it because I'm so bloody grateful to the Lord. But yeah, just being able to do this job, do this role, and to now start having goals within my actual field. Like when people are asking what would I like to do next, it's not, yes, the world is my oyster and there's stuff I want to do outside of this, but it's like, maybe I'll go to high intensity therapy next, or should I just apply straight for the PhD and try? Like, these are all just things that are now, they feel more tangible to me. I feel like there's been a new excitement geared up for what the dream has been. So yeah, I'm excited to be able to serve people with the gift that I've been given. Yeah, anyway, like I said, everything in this video has been a bit me focused because it's my channel, it's my page, it's my digital diary. But I will do a video like after this intensive block is done to just be like, this is what the course is like in practicality and stuff like that. And maybe I'll see if I'm brave enough to ask some of my classmates to be in it too. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I guess I would just end this video by saying, if there is something that you wrote down, go back and look back at some of your old dreams, man. If there's something you wrote down and you've kind of got stuck in the rut of just doing what you need to do to survive, pause and see if there's a way for you to reach for it now. Like, just try. Do you know what I mean? Just try. Because I tried and I'm really grateful that I did. Anyway, have a great day, evening, night, afternoon, Christmas. Whenever you see this, and I will see you in another video. Bye.